Was General VK Singh then a diligent chief standing up to the powers that be, fighting with good cause and reason, or was it all a part of a larger plan that culminates today in General VK Singh finally joining fold with the NDA? To debate the general politician, I have with me Mr. Satpal Jain of the BJP and Sanjay of the Congress. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me on this debate. Sanjay, I'd like to come to you first. Do you now believe that the open rebellion that we've seen between the former army chief and the UPA fold all makes sense? The age row, the Tata trucks controversy, or whether it was VK Singh in fact accusing the PMO in that controversy, or that very suspicious troop movement, what is your first reaction to VK Singh joining fold with the NDA?
Well, firstly, everybody has the freedom to make their own political preferences and pursue their career post-retirement. So, good luck to him. But, what has astonished me actually is the statement he made in October of 2013, just around 4.5 months ago, where he said, I want to devote the rest of my life to fighting corruption. Well, in that case, obviously, Bharatiya Janata Party is not the alternative, because clearly with a party which has got, several issues of corruption facing it, from Yadurappa to Babu Bajrangi and Purushottam Solanki in Gujarat, etc., and not to forget Nitin Gadkari himself. There are serious issues there. Now, the other point, I was hearing Meenakshi Lekhi of the BJP talking about anti-nationalism. Well, she should know that it is the first really embarrassing episode that has ever happened in India's independence and post that history, is a general who took the government to court on a matter on which the Supreme Court finally overruled him, was General VK Singh. So, is that the kind of intransigence that one needs to really endorse? Well, that's the BJP's call. Well, also, don't forget that there has been an accusation that the general was having a secret fund to topple the J&K government. So there are very controversial issues. I don't want to comment on it at this stage, but to say that the BJP has finally been, end of day, nothing but purely opportunistic. But for Meenakshi Lekhi to believe that every party other than the BJP is anti-national, I think that's a statement that needs to be treated with contempt.
Okay, Sanjay, let me bring in Satpal Jain of the BJP on that. Clearly, VK Singh has enjoyed an acrimonious relationship with the UPA fold. There are several controversies that he's quoted in that tenure. Is the BJP really encashing on that now?
No, there's no question of encashing on the differences or debates or acrimonious relations and all that. I can appreciate the uneasiness on the part of the Congress leaders and the worries that they will be getting after joining such a person in the BJP. And Mr. Sanjay Jha is now talking of those controversies and all that. I can appreciate his uneasiness. But you see, two things I'd like to mention here. General VK Singh has led a very neat and clean life, except one or two controversies. About his age, the matter went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court did not agree with him. But that is your right. If you feel that your date of birth has been wrongly recorded, you have every right to fight in the court of law. He fought and he lost, no problem. So far as the question of asserting his right is concerned, as a chief of the army staff, it was his duty which he performed.
But Satpal, you cannot deny the saffron leanings of the former chief. It has been made abundantly clear during his tenure as chief that he had saffron leanings, and it is very clear today that he's joined the Bharatiya Janata Party, that it's culminated in
He had the leanings towards the nationalism, to the patriotic forces. He had the leanings towards seeing India as one of the major forces in the whole world. He had the leanings towards seeing India to be a strong country, corruption-free country, a very brave country. And for that purpose, he today feels BJP is the only party which can help in achieving his targets. Therefore, I think it is a welcome step that such a person who has led Indian forces for such a long time, neat and clean life, nothing against him except one or two controversies, that too in the interest of the nation. If he is reminding the Prime Minister office that look here, we don't have the material with us, we don't have these things with us, it was his duty which he performed. So therefore, I think to say that he had led a controversial life and all that, these are all things which are politically motivated. I welcome. And not he has come alone. 87 ex-military officers have come with him.
Okay, Sanjay Jha, on that point, let me bring in Sanjay Jha. 87 personnel have joined forces with the NDA along with VK Singh. Do you then believe that this is a huge hit to Rahul Gandhi, who has also been trying to woo ex-servicemen, whether it was the one rank, one pay that was in fact granted in the interim budget? Do you think that that image of the Congress party trying to woo ex-servicemen has taken a hit?
Not at all. You see, let me tell you that the one rank, one pension was a long-standing demand. It's a very, very good and a positive step that has been taken, and it has been welcomed by everyone within the defense services. It was a very legitimate issue. I don't think we have to look at the political fallout and implications of that. I think the bigger element that, I would like to bring up on your channel today is the concern one has with like the ex-Home Secretary K Singh. If you look at it, he joins the BJP and he suddenly makes the most outlandish, outrageous comments against the Home Minister, has zero evidence. But everything becomes so politically charged the moment you join the BJP. Now you have a former police commissioner from Mumbai called Satpal Singh, who's also joined the BJP. Overnight, he discovers nation building. And these are concerns that a lot of people will have, Rishita, because, there is an institutional fear people have of, saffronization and a right-wing ideology happening in the bureaucracy. And people will wonder, you see, Bombay has been a sensitive city even from a communal standpoint for a considerable period ever since the Babri Masjid demolition happened. Now, these are things that we need to be concerned about. Are there people occupying positions in various arms of the government with an ideological tinge that might actually, frankly speaking, not be healthy for a very dynamic and a functional democracy.
Talking about that ideological tinge, in fact, we did have a Samajwadi Party leader who in fact said that there should be a 10-year gap between somebody demitting office and in fact joining politics. Does the BJP then support that? Do you think that ideological leanings do creep in and perhaps affect the work of somebody who occupies such a large post of the chief of army staff, and then suddenly you have him caught so many controversies and joined the Bharatiya Janata Party? Do you agree with that 10 years?
I have to make two submissions on that. First, we should have faith in those people who have been holding constitutional positions. It's not for the first time that such a high people holding such a high position has joined BJP. Earlier, Mr. M.S. Gill, who has been the Chief Election Commissioner of India, he joined Congress I. He is a member of the Rajya Sabha and holding the office of a minister. Even the retired Supreme Court judges, retired former High Court judges, Chief Justices, IAS officers have been joining very different political parties. Now, since they have started joining BJP, now people like those who do not like it, they have started saying it can be doubtful, they can show their leaning. What leaning can the chief of a army staff show to any political party? Maybe the ruling party, maybe the opposition party. What danger can be there if the former Home Secretary, the former RAW chief, they join any political party? Don't we have faith in them? Are they so persons of such a level that the moment they join politics, they become bad? They will disclose everything that the government doesn't want to do them. I think we should encourage that. These are the people who are neat and clean people, who have led nation, who have served the nation to the best of their ability and capacity. It's a different thing that they are joining a political party to which Congress doesn't like. Had they joined Congress I, they would have welcomed it. And people have been joining Congress I earlier. Colonel Ram Singh, Mr. M.S. Gill, General Jacob joined BJP. I think we should encourage that. We should welcome that, because politicians, people are fed up with the present day politics. If such people come, I think they can give a new direction to the Indian politics.
That is something that is widely debatable. Now, General V.K. Singh definitely within his legal and democratic right joining the BJP, but whether or not those ideological leanings do creep in while he was in office and in fact has affected this whole deal is of course something that remains to be answered. I'm completely out of time, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, he is the former leader of the Indian Armed Forces. He's now a foot soldier for the Bharatiya Janata Party. And during his tenure as Chief of Army Staff, he has shared an acrimonious relationship with the incumbent UPA, even managed to spook that UPA government. So whether it was a diligent chief standing up to the powers that be, or whether this was part of a larger political plan, of course, is something that we cannot answer here. I'd like to thank Satpal Jain of the BJP and Sanjay for joining me on this debate.